I saw it and it said 5,000 and I thought, oh my gosh, $5 for a mango, that's ridiculous. And then when I went to the till, actually the mango was 50,000.
50,000.
Melons for 200,000 won, or that is crazy.
It's hard to afford. Lunchflation. That's a new term.
Oh, lunchflation.
Yeah.
The price of lunch going up.
What about the salaries? Are they going up as well, or?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Food prices around the world keep on soaring, and South Korea is no exception. Today we'll talk about dining out prices in particular, and I actually invited some special guests to join.
They're not too worried about the companies.
4인분이랑 소주 하나 주세요.
I don't know. I'm driving.
Me too.
Okay.
You can.
Do you want a drink?
No, I don't want to see drinking. I'm a teacher.
Do you guys want Coke, Sprite?
Yeah, I'm happy with
Coke is
Coke
great.
too.
Yeah.
저희 물이랑 콜라 4개 주세요.
What is free?
What is free, yeah?
So this is actually for 4 people.
Okay.
It's 15,000 won per one serving. What do you guys think about the price?
15,000?
15,000.
Maybe 2 or 3 times during this year's inflationary pressure. And I remember I used to always get tteoji galbi, the barbecued marinated pork, and that would be a similar price to that, but they've generally gone up as well.
Well, when I first came to Korea, that was 2015. So
Right.
after I moved
From the US?
Yeah, from the US. I remember Samgyeopsal used to cost less than 10,000 won.
Yes.
Yeah.
7,000 or 8,000, right?
Oh wow, that's all.
Koreans usually get samgyeopsal for company dinners. The reason why was because it's cheapest among other meats. Yeah. But not as much nowadays.
Yesterday I went to a restaurant with some friends, and in one of the places they wouldn't serve us. We wanted to order just 2 orders of meat, and we were 3 of us. And they said no, that we could only stay if we ordered one piece. So we just left because we were not very hungry.
But one thing, by the way, that we haven't mentioned, although I think a lot of people would be familiar with it, is all the side dishes you get in this type of restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, basically any Korean restaurant. And they come for free, and you can have as many as you want. It's unlimited. So if you like things like bean sprouts and
Or like the
sesame leaf,
this salad here.
or the potato
Mayo
salad,
Yeah, potato salad.
yeah, you can fill up on those.
I was actually surprised to see all these side dishes because the restaurants are reducing the number of side dishes these days.
I think it was like a month ago or so that the price of the cabbage really was going up so much in comparison to other vegetables that you make kimchi with. So some restaurants, instead of doing the traditional cabbage one, they were doing the, you know, the big, how do you call it, sweet,
These are ready. These need to be cooked a bit more. So
Bon appetit.
Cheers.
So do you guys think the rising food prices in Korea is affecting your daily lives these days?
You could spend between maybe 4,000 and 8,000 or more, maybe 10,000 for a drip coffee. Would that be something that would be shocking in Latin America?
Yeah, so how much is like a cup of coffee now that you're talking? Oh, cents. Oh wow.
How about in India?
India?
Yeah.
I feel like the prices are actually not that different. If you look at the rupees and if you go to like a nice place like Starbucks in India, I don't think it would be that much different from.
But something like tea, you're getting every. I went.
In those like clay cups
Clay
for
cups.
like 10 rupees.
Yeah.
10 rupees is probably like ebag one. No, ebag one. Ebag one, sorry.
Oh, that's cheap.
What I find most expensive in Korea is food prices.
the food prices.
It's just, yeah, I have kind of a funny story. One time my daughter and I went to the supermarket and she asked me if we could buy a mango. And I saw it and it said 5,000 and I thought, oh my gosh, $5 for a mango, that's ridiculous. In my country, there's mango trees everywhere. In every house there's mango trees. Nobody buys mangoes, they just grow.
Oh,
So
I want
just
to live
normal.
there. Yeah.
Well, it's like persimmon here, it's just there. So I thought, okay, $5 is a lot, but okay, let's do it. We were in this very, very expensive supermarket. And then when I went to the till, actually the mango was 50,000. 50,000. And I thought, it must be really good. So I returned it, but when I left, as I was walking, there were melons for 200,000 won, or I don't really know where they come from or who would buy that, but that is crazy.
It's hard to afford.
Well, like-
사장님, 저희요 반찬 좀 더 주세요. 근데 이거 돈 받나요 혹시? Thankfully, they don't charge for extra side dishes.
It's so hard to find affordable dog food though these days. Dog food is really hard.
Really?
Well, it's always expensive, but now that there's a big market, you know, after the pandemic when everybody got a dog, they're making it more and more and more expensive. So I end up buying something like 10 kilos of
Really?
dog food because it's cheaper. So
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
do cheers.
yeah.
With the sun, yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What the inflation situation is like in your home country?
There was a prediction from the IMF 4 years ago that Venezuelan inflation was going to hit 1 million%.
That's hyperinflation. That's nothing to do with regular price inflation.
Well, a few years ago there was no food on the shelves. Now there's more products. There's lots of products from other countries imported that are coming in. So it was actually, for me, it was cheaper to buy food in Spain, sent it on a plane to my family in Venezuela. So, which is crazy, right?
Right.
But that was cheaper.
Cientos de maestros, profesores universitarios, trabajadores hospitalarios y jubilados de la administración pública marcharon el jueves en Caracas para exigir la revisión de las tablas salariales y el pago de beneficios pendientes. Los manifestantes denuncian que sus sueldos se han visto pulverizados por años de inflación.
This one from 8 months ago gave a sort of explainer. So
Every time you get to a checkout or every time a bill lands on your doorstep, that's because you are. The cost of everything that we buy is going up at the fastest rate for 30 years.
this was a 30-year high, it then became a 40-year high. Things like bread up double-digit percentages this year, pasta up 20-something% this year. All the basic staples that British people would eat on a very regular basis. So I think it's impossible not to be impacted by that.
What about the salaries? Are they going up as well, or?
And pretty much everyone universally will suggest that their salary is not keeping pace with inflation at the moment, because there just hasn't been time for wage inflation to catch up quite in that way.
Do you have a video to show?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me bring that up.
6% in August, bulk of it coming from food inflation. How worrying is it that food inflation in particular seems to be high at the moment? Should we be worried by these numbers?
So I think it's the theme that's global. It's nothing specific to India. And 7% is not high. You look at US and like a lot of other countries, they were like 8 to 9%.
UK over 10.
How much is the Korean one?
Is it high?
5.6%.
How much?
5.6.
That's actually quite low. Wow.
Yeah.
So the video I prepared,
Yes.
it's about Korea.
Is it a Yonhap video?
Yes, it is.
요즘 점심값이 10,000원이 안 되는 식당 찾기가 힘들 만큼 물가 부담이 커지고 있습니다. 이런 가운데 점심을 뜻하는 영어 단어 런치와 인플레이션을 합친 런치플레이션이라는 신조어까지 나올 정도인데요.
Did you hear any English term from the report?
Inflation.
Lunchflation. That's a new term.
Oh, lunchflation.
Yeah.
The price of lunch going up.
So it's a combination of lunch and inflation. So what it's saying is the prices of lunches kept going up. So it's
In
hard
restaurants?
to find. Yeah, in restaurants. So it's hard to find any food less than 10,000 won these days. So the college students and office workers are running to convenience stores to get like 5,000 won lunch boxes.
Right. For the doshirab, yeah.
도시락.
My wife tells me off. And she used to say to me, make sure you have lunch for like less than 10,000. That's now impossible.
Alright, so today we talked about food prices in South Korea and other countries with special guests here. Inflation is a serious ongoing issue around the world. How's it like in your country? Please tell us in the comments down below, and thanks for watching. Can we do our last cheers?
Cheers. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much for your
for
time.
making it much more affordable tonight.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.